Not looking as full as she was. She had a whole impala in her stomach. I couldn't believe it when I saw her when I was in FC yesterday, when Tara was with her in the afternoon, how bloated, how big she was. And then she still came back for more. But that is the nature of a cheetah. It needs to eat as much as it can. It doesn't know where its next meal is coming from. Okay, we're going to move a little bit now, get a better... I just didn't want to have the other vehicle directly behind her, but now we can just get into a slightly better position without too much vegetation in the way. Fastidious creatures, cats. Yes, I'm talking about you. Morning, pretty girl. But a very important aspect of their lives is the cleaning. I thought she might do that and give us her back. She's just cleaned her head and now she's getting it dirty again. Full of sand. There's a substance called sebum that's secreted by the hair follicles, I think it's the hair follicles. That gets converted to vitamin D by the sun, and vitamin D is very important for their growth, for regulation of things like phosphorus and calcium. Excuse me. And there was also another function, although it's not very hot now, but almost like a kangaroo in the heat in Australia will lick its forearms, and then the saliva evaporating cools the animal down. So much so does it behave in the same way on a cat. Cats lick themselves, that saliva cools them down. So there are a number of functions that saliva plays in the life of a cat. And it's all brought about by cleaning. Apart from the fact that the blood and gore that they get on their fur during feeding isn't a very healthy thing to have. Bless you. I don't know if you can notice that tail. As she's flicking her tail now, leopard's tail is very, very thick and I guess you could say in a cross section it's very round. You look at that tail of the cheetah when she flicks it up, it's flattened, dorso-ventrally flattened, which means and believe it or not, at the speed that a cheetah runs, that tail is able to act as a rudder and help it turn sharp corners, because no animal really runs in a straight line. And if you've ever watched a documentary of cheetah hunting, they zigzag after their prey zigzag, and they've got to change angle, change direction very, very fast. The tail helps not only with the balance, but it also helps in turning. I guess you could say like a rudder. Oh, she's got quite a scar on her left side. Now, if I remember correctly, I remember seeing that her left flank. I mean, that's a very, very distinctive marking. That was probably quite possibly a gash from either a warthog or the horns of an antelope. It looked like it was quite an injury once upon a time. This goes to show how resilient these animals are and how phenomenally well they heal. She's heading off into some thicker bush. We'll see if we can follow her. Scratch her nails, gonna sharpen her claws like a cat. Morning. Might actually be going through to Zoe's road rather than up to Sandy Patch. Okay, let's see if we can keep up with it.